Every moment tonight, they led me to you. Every single time you look at me, I lose it too. Why don't you come sit next to me? Let things happen naturally, like it used to be. I don't wanna go and waste another day, mess it up again, lost in my way. I'll be the one to have the highest price to pay. If I make it home tonight, may I hold you one last time? Let me hold you one last time. What if it's too late for me now? What if you gone to someone else, so we can never be the same? How can I make up for my sins? Now I'm lonely and it kills me. Can you hear me, babe? I'm lonely. I know you don't wanna talk, but just pick up the phone. We could go for a walk, talk about the things we know. Why don't you come sit next to me? Let things happen naturally, like it used to be. I don't wanna go and waste another day, mess it up again, lost in my way. I'll be the one to have the highest price to pay. If I make it home tonight, may I hold you one last time? Let me hold you one last time. What if it's too late for me now? What if you gone to someone else, so we can never be the same? How can I make up for my sins? Now I'm lonely and it kills me. May I hold you one last time? Let me hold you one last time. What if it's too late for me now? What if you gone to someone else, so we can never be the same? How can I make up for my sins? Now I'm lonely and it kills me. Can you hear me, babe? I'm lonely.
Hey y'all, I am bringing you the CAS and intro video to the Decades Legacy Challenge. So I just want to start off by saying that this Legacy Challenge, I am following the rules laid out by the cute coffee gal, and I will go over that throughout this intro, but I am going to link that in the descriptions below as well. So first we have here Anna, and she is the mother of our founder. So in the beginning where you were seeing those videos, Anna and Ezra are the couple that had our founder William. Ezra was part of the Civil War in 1890 in the South, because I am setting this as if it were taking place in the Tennessee area. So Ezra did fight in the Civil War, and unfortunately he didn't make it, as you did see. He did fall in the war, and they did have that funeral. Prior to him going off to war, Anna and Ezra had gone ahead and had William betrothed to Florence. And so this video really is just me trying to introduce you to all of our cast here. So this is Anna Humphreys here, and as you can see, she is an elder, and she is a widow. She does have the family farm that her and Ezra built up. And now, because William is the man of the house, he will be the one that will have to take care of that. Anna has taken on an interest of woodworking, so she does that in her spare time, as well as obviously taking care of the home as far as the laundry and the cooking and the cleaning goes. But that is really going to be passing over to Florence now that her and William are married. So Anna will be around just to kind of help Florence get the hang of being a wife and taking care of the home, so essentially being a homemaker. Yeah, so obviously Anna here is wanting a successful lineage, which is most likely not going to be met for her prior to her, leaving us. But because this is a decades challenge and we are essentially going from the 1890s to the 2010 decade in the most somewhat historical accurate way I can in The Sims, obviously she is going to have herself a successful lineage, even if she doesn't get to see that before she passes away. So I just want to show you now, here is William. And William is our founder. He is picking up where Ezra left off, basically. So he is the man of the house. He is taking care of the farm and the garden. He is a little concerned about being able to do that. I mean, he's recently married, he's taking care of his widowed mother. And, times are tough right now in the 1890s, and especially after the war, people are losing their land, and he's not sure he's going to be able to hold on to their family land. So we may have to possibly move from this house and get a smaller place. Obviously, it can't be too small because, I mean, we do have three, current Sims that will be living there. But the family farm currently just may be a little much for William to take on. That being said, as I did explain earlier, he is betrothed to Florence. They are now married, and I did show you footage of that in the screenshots in the beginning of the video. And Florence is a doll, so she is obviously fair of skin, and I think they're going to make a lovely legacy for Anna to be proud of. So Florence is into painting and she's very creative person. So hopefully we'll be able to substitute and get some money from that. Just because she is creative, she may in the future also possibly want to take up writing. I don't know that she'll have time to do that, being that she's the wife of the founder, but we'll have to see how that goes. So I just want to show you kind of a rundown of their outfits and kind of go from there so that you can see what their looks are as far as CAS, and then we will jump over into taking a look at the town itself. So this is her Anna's everyday outfit. Right, and this is her formal wear. And then we have her athletic outfit. Now, as you can see, Anna does have more of nature tones, so she wears very dark and browns and things like that. And that's probably because she was married to a farmer, so she was like, I'm not having any pastels and stuff because it's just going to get dirty, right? Taking care of the family and such. So yeah, lots of browns in her wardrobe, and you'll notice a huge contrast in that when we get to Florence's outfits, as she is that dainty floral pastel kind of girl, right? So those are the outfits for Anna. And then hopping on over to William, that is his formal wear currently that he's in, but let me go ahead and show you the rest of his outfits. So first we have his everyday, and again, just basic wear for the garden. And then we'll hop on over to the athletic wear and his sleepwear, his party outfit, and his swimwear, his hot weather, and his cold weather. So he's the classic, 1890s getup, but also he's a farmer. And then we have Florence. So this is her nightwear. And then we have her everyday outfit where, like, if she were to go to the market or something like that. And then she has her also the everyday outfit for the farm. And then her formal and her wedding formal is also in here, which you would have seen in the wedding photo. She's very lovely. And then we have her athletic outfit, which is again just the same as her gardening, and her party wear. Like I said, very pastel, very floral. She's definitely, you know, a little bit more prim and proper than you know, than Anna. Anna is used to being out on the farm. Florence maybe not so much, but again, she's creative, she's into painting. I don't see her going out and toiling the soil. So this is our family, and we're just going to hop in, and I just want to show you the town that they're living in. So I did put this save file into the game. It is a blank save file by Musialsims. I will link that in the descriptions. That being said, the neighborhood up at the top is our founder's neighborhood. And so their house, obviously, I built. The other ones I have pulled from the gallery. And then the house in the middle there was where Florence was living prior to her getting married to William. And obviously now she's living in the family home. The commercial lots here, there is a bakery, which I built. There is a fruit stand market, which I got off the gallery. And then there is the local parish. That build was made by Cute Coffee Gal, which is also the person that has written the Decade Legacy rules that I'm going to be following for this challenge. That said, I will go ahead and go over that with you guys, but I don't want to read the whole thing because there are a lot, because she is actually still updating the rules for that all the way to present packs. So that said, for the 1890s, we are allowed to have only male heirs. All females, like female children, must have the creative trait as their first trait. So as soon as they age up into a child, they will need to be given the creative trait. They are only allowed to have relationships with the opposite sex and within their own race at this time period. They can only try for a baby and never woohoo. Teenage Sims cannot mess around, and Sims are not allowed to mess around. And no one's allowed to like divorce unless someone were to commit adultery. Once the female children are married, they can move out of the family home, and adoption is not allowed. There is to be no electricity. You have to have outhouses, only bathtubs, only wooden furniture is allowed, wooden floors, wooden walls. You can have rugs. You are to have the oldest stoves, fridge, counters, etc., and no kitchen appliances are allowed aside from a stove, a grill, and a fridge. Painting styles that are allowed would be landscape, classic, impressionism, and realism, and the kids' drawings can only be hung in the children's rooms. Coffee and tea is not allowed. Basically, if it wasn't in the 1890s, you can't have it. So no tablets, no thermostats, nothing electrical. As far as holiday decorations go, you are allowed to decorate within the home, but nothing outside. So when Winterfest and things like that, you can have a tree in the house, but no kind of lights on the outside. Well, obviously, there's no electricity. But um, Cute Coffee Gal's rules does also have calendars with holidays that you can add in, and I will be doing that. You are allowed a small personal greenhouse. We're actually not going to have a greenhouse. The reason we are not going to have a greenhouse is because we are a farm, so we're just going to use the ground. For education, all children have to go to elementary, but high school is optional. If you do choose to send your children to high school, you must pay a fee of 1,000 simoleons for each teen that is going to school. If they decide they want to go to university, men and women are allowed to attend, but they're only allowed certain majors. You cannot have a student loan, so you would have to either get a scholarship or pay out of your household funds. You aren't allowed kegs, juice pongs, or robotics within university. Careers are allowed, but I'm not going to be doing a career because, again, we are farmers. So that is irrelevant. Women obviously are to take care of the children, tidy the house, and cook. They are allowed to help with the garden, and they can go jogging for fun. If they become a widow, they are allowed to pick up writing, painting, woodworking. And as I said, Anna is a widow and is already doing woodworking. She enjoys that. So she started woodworking to pass the time when Ezra went away to war, and then he didn't make it. So she's continuing with that hobby, and that's what's bringing her joy currently. We are not allowed to go to festivals or any events. If our Sims get sick, we cannot give them medication. We have to cure them with natural remedies, such as our herbalism stuff. No events are allowed aside from a wedding. All births must be home births and breastfeed. If your family can afford it, you can have a butler or a maid, but no nannies are allowed. No fitness or wellness equipment, and soccer is not allowed because it is not popular currently at this time. Vacations are not allowed, but camping is. No vets because they weren't common. So if you have a dog or a cat and they get sick, you can't take them to the vet. And you also can't spay and neuter them. That being said, most animals were outdoor animals. And in The Sims, that kind of isn't possible. So we won't be having pets for this decade. All laundry is to be done in a wash basin or on the clothesline, which we already have in place. No playground equipment is allowed. Play dates weren't allowed. Ball pits were not yet invented, so none of those things are allowed. Sims can become famous for reasonable reasons. Given the decade, only men are allowed to vote on the action plans for the neighborhoods, and it does state you want to work on your cow plant in this decade. So those are kind of the rundown of rules. Now, like I said, there are some calendar events that I will be adding in based off of this challenge. And as far as aging goes, every 2 sim days is 1 year. So 20 sim days is going to be a decade. And that is originally how I'm going to play. So I will mark that in the calendar as well. If it becomes an issue later on in the game, we may have to tweak how that aging process happens. But that is the plan currently right now moving forward that I'm going to be following. There's also a spreadsheet that she has provided as far as to keep score if you want to keep score. I don't think that I'm going to be necessarily keeping score, but I do think I'm going to be utilizing the spreadsheet just to keep track of our people, right? Like I want to be able to know like, okay, this person married this person and they were born in this time, and right. So to keep up with that type of data, I will be keeping the spreadsheet during the gameplay. So those are the rules. Like I said, we'll put that in the description below along with the save file. And let me know what you think of our family. And I think for now, this will be it for this episode. And I will be bringing you episode 1 fairly soon. So like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know the drill. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Bye.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.